Es una de las mejores sagas de acción de la actualidad y pude hablar con uno de los responsables de hacer las escenas de riesgo de esta película. Me refiero a John Wick, en este caso la segunda, y pude hablar con Jeremy Fry, que es el conductor de las escenas de riesgo, que me dijo cuál fue la secuencia más difícil de lograr y todos los problemas que tuvieron para hacerla.
We now return to Mira Akien and Contre with our latest interview.
John Wick 2, that was another Darren show. He just comes up with great ideas, and so one of them was this. We had talked about doing a drift jump. I'd actually seen it in an animated movie. I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. We should try to do that. So the day came, and we went to do it, and it was going through a garage door that was about 20. I forget the exact number. I want to say 20 feet. Whatever it was 20 feet and the car was 18 feet. So if I had the car sideways when I went out, I only had a foot of clearance on the front and back. And we filmed it with the taxi cab too, and it looked like we had saved one Mustang for this shot.
Yeah.
Because we've been shooting for 2 weeks, and we've wrecked them all. You've seen the movie. I mean, spoiler alert, they don't survive. Or it doesn't survive, and it meaning all of them don't survive. So we'd saved one for this gag. So it was so pristine. Because it happens at the beginning before the car gets wrecked. So anyway, we saved the car. And we didn't want to I didn't know if the car would survive it. Meaning, in my mind, the landing, coming down sideways. I didn't know it was going to rip the whole suspension off. You just have the body of the car sliding across the pavement. So we do it with the cab. I think we do it twice. And it works. The cameras are all ready. We're like, okay, let's go. Again, we're behind schedule. Common thing. I go to get in the car, and Darren goes, hey, look, let me show you playback real quick. So we looked at playback. It's like, look, it just looks like you're kind of driving out. I want this thing to slide out. I said, no, I know what you mean, and you're right, it does. It just looked like I driven out at an angle. It looked kind of lame. He's like, look, just come out sideways. Just come out perfectly sideways. I don't care what happens after that. I just want you out sideways because we can cut out of it into something else, but as long as you cut out sideways, we'll at least have a good beginning. So I back up as far as I can. I got my bumper literally against the back of the building. I'm going as fast as I possibly can in there. We roll camera, and I take off, and I throw the car sideways. Like, oh boy, this will be close. Oh shoot. And man, the front bumper just caught the edge of the door, and it just spun the car around and ripped the front of the car off. And this was the only car that we had. This was the only car that hadn't been wrecked. I get out, we get the car out. We realized that there is another car. It was the car that had been the pod car. It had the pod on top of it. But just the day before, they'd finished all the pod car work, so they actually had pulled the pod off the car, but the car was off to the side. But it hadn't been wrecked. The back corner had been dented in, but not significantly, but that was it. So they broke for lunch. While they broke for lunch, me and the picture car guys, we stuck around and we pulled the e-brake system out of the now wrecked car, and we put it into the other car, into this pod car, and we finished it. And I ran back to lunch, and I found Darren. I'm like, Darren, we got the brake in. It's working. We're good to go. It's like, great. We'll as soon as we get back from lunch, we'll do that. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I've got to do it again. Now Darren's singing a different song. Now it's not come out sideways, it's just get out. Just get out the door. I don't care what happens, just let's get you out the door. And the visual effects guys, God bless them, have been saying, hey, we can just take the footage we shot of that Crown Vic and we can turn it into a Mustang. Like, no. It's horrible. That's a horrible idea on all levels. It looked awful. Remember I said it just looked like we just drove out at an angle. It looked horrible. And then they're going to make it it's going to be a CG car, which you'll be able to tell. It'll look good, but you'll be able to tell. And then I got to explain to everyone why that one shot is CG when everything else is real. Like, no, I do not want to do that. Selfish reasons and for other reasons too. So we come out, I pitch the car, it comes out, lands, we drive out. I'm like, all right, we got one. Okay, now we can start refining it. Darren goes, all right, that looked okay. It's kind of like what we did with the cabs, but try this. So we tried something else, and that didn't really work. We tried something else, and it didn't work. Finally, on the fifth one, he's like, look, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Just do it. Let's just do it again. We'll do it again. And we don't have much time. Again, we just killed a bunch of time with that wrecked car. So we're running out of time, but we're not getting it. We're not. It's okay. It's nothing significant. It's nothing memorable. So we just line up. We just do another one, and I land it, and kind of pull back around, and I'm waiting, like, okay, what are we going again? What's the deal, guys? It didn't feel any different, so I don't expect it's going to look any different. And then I hear the AD go, all right, okay, we're moving on, so cameras go over here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my gosh. It sounded so bad. Like, all right, I just knew what the conversation was, which was, it looks bad, it's lame, it's not changing, it's not getting any better, we're running out of time, let's move on. And I knew that was the conversation, so I'm like, oh gosh, all right. So I pull the car back into the garage. I get out. I'm taking out my belts all by myself. There's going around. I'm still soaking wet from having spent 2 hours out in the rain taking the e-brake off of the other car. It's like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to be here. This is enough. Then Darren comes on the radio and goes, hey, AJ Fry, did you see playback? I go, no. Like, why don't you come over and take a look? I'm like, no, I'm okay. It's like, no. I want you to come over to the playback. Come over to the monitors. I want you to see this. I walk over, and everyone is gathered around these monitors. And as I walk up, like, oh, hey, come here. And they kind of make way for me, and I walk up. And Darren goes, Jeremy, you gotta look at this. And he plays it, and it's like electric. It's electric, and the shot, it was just one of those shots where everything just came together. For just a second, I had forgotten that there was the carcass of a '69 Mustang off to the side that was still smoldering.